Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you wherever you are. Welcome to the live. Yes. Welcome to the live. This is going to be a deep exposition. Welcome to the live. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Come on in. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome. Greetings, Germany. All is good? Choose, Germany. Come on in. Welcome. Today we're talking about how your thoughts trap your nervous system in hell. The source of your thoughts, what your thoughts do to you, how your thoughts run your life. So the point is, today you're realizing that you escaped the narcissist, but why are they still in your mind? How do they still colonize your thoughts? We're going to go deep into the thoughts of your nervous system. Desiree, you're in the right place. Come on in. Why your nervous system is still in hell, especially in this Saturn retrograde. One love, Titan. What up, New York, Titan? Come on in. We're going to talk about why your nervous system is still in hell. Shalom. And how to reprogram your thoughts to complete the karmic cycle. Come on in. Welcome. Come on in. So glad to be here with you. Come on in. Tuisan, comment ça va? Black Gold Creole, what it is. The biggest mindset shift. Welcome in. Today we're talking about how your thoughts keep you trapped in the nervous system hell. This is what we're talking about. So you're ready to get free. You're in the right place. So let me begin because it's a lot to get through. But welcome in. I want to say welcome in. Come on in, wherever you are. Welcome, Michigan. Come on in. And in the background, we have the song Business by Nigerian star Mavo, M-A-V-O, Mavo. And this song is titled Business. Today, we're going to talk about reprogramming your thoughts. If you want to know how to reprogram your thoughts so your nervous system leaves hell for heaven, you're in the right place. Come on. What? This is Mavo. Business. Come on. Are you ready? Let me begin. So, empaths, I need you to hear this. You may have escaped the narcissist, Leanne. You may have left the house. You may have signed the divorce papers. You may have blocked their number. One love, it's Kega. One love. Sharp. If you're in Joburg, that's what they say, right? Sharp. What's up? You may have blocked their number. Julia from Germany. All is good? Choose? You may have blocked their number. You may have stopped responding to the manufactured emergencies, to the accusations, to the guilt, to the seduction, to the gaslighting, to the hoovering, to the flying. I love Germany. I've been to Frankfurt. I've been to Mannheim, a few other places in Germany. Germany's cool. You see, the endless demands for your energy, but your nervous system may still be living in hell because the narcissist's final home is not your physical environment. The narcissist's final home is the thoughts that you continue thinking after they are gone. You understand? The narcissist's final home is the thought you continue to think after they are gone. Word? The narcissist's final home is the thought you continue to think after they are gone. Where your thought may say things like, maybe I overreacted. Maybe I was too sensitive. Maybe they have finally changed. Maybe I should explain myself one more time. Maybe I'm the narcissist. Maybe I should return. And every time that thought arises, your stomach contracts, your chest tightens, your breathing becomes shallow, Your mind begins racing, and you feel compelled to defend yourself against somebody who may not even be in the room. You feel the need to defend yourself against somebody who may not even be in the room. Borussia Dortmund, yellow, 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 the yellow wall. The relationship ends, but the internal surveillance continues. The narcissist is no longer monitoring your movement, but you are monitoring yourself. The narcissist is no longer creating emergencies, but your nervous system keeps manufacturing urgency. Meaning you escape the person, love, but did you escape the programming? That is the final battle. And for the 144K empath, the 144,000, this is not merely relational. This is mental. This is neurological. This is karmic. This is spiritual. This is multidimensional. And it's happening right now in the period that astrologers and I relate with the Saturn retrograde. Some of you may know about this, which is a symbolic review of boundaries, of discipline, of karma and consequences. So the question today is not, did you leave the narcissist? The real question we're asking is, what did the narcissist teach your nervous system to expect from life? What did the narcissist teach your nervous system to expect from life? So as this, I'm giving you this message, we know that Saturn stationed retrograde around July 26 to 27 in Aries and will remain in retrograde until December 10th or 11th, depending on the time zone. Now, according to Vedic astrology, this is all aligning with consequences and karma that is coming up. You understand? NASA describes this as a perspective effect similar to a faster runner passing a slow runner on an inner track. So even science is confirming this retrograde, I'm telling you. And this retrograde is typically associated with karma. But karma does not mean that Saturn is angry with me or you. Karma does not mean that the universe is punishing me or you. Karma is not spiritual revenge. For example, in early Buddhist teachings, karma is fundamentally connected with intention and action. It is the process through which intentional choices produce consequences and condition future experiences. This is a math equation. It's not a cosmic judge sitting above you waiting to punish you. Therefore, the karmic audit is not, why is this happening to me? The karmic audit is what actions, what beliefs, what attachments, what fears, and what unexamined patterns help to keep this cycle alive for me when I was under narcissistic abuse. You understand? And we're going to take questions very soon. Nora, stick on. I want to talk to you. Hang on. So Saturn retrograde is symbolically asking us, what boundary did I know I needed but repeatedly postponed? Saturn retrograde is asking us, where did I confuse compassion with permission? Saturn retrograde is asking us, where did I confuse patience with self-erasure? Saturn retrograde is asking us, where did I remain loyal to a relationship that was disloyal to my soul? That is karma, not punishment. This is consequence. This is correction. This is completion. So can you imagine what's happening to the narcissist right now? Especially if you've forgiven those narcissists, Yeshua Mashiach. The number 144,000, which I talk about often, appears prominently in Revelation 7 and Revelations 14. No coincidence. By the way, before I continue, who am I talking to? And if I'm talking to you, type transform in the comments. I want to know I'm talking to you. This is Marvel, slow. Who am I talking to? If I'm talking to you, type transform, the biggest mindset shift. I want to know I'm talking to you before I go on. Because this message is for the elect. This is not for everybody. This is for the person in the final mile. This is for the person who realizes that the same old ways of therapeutic interventions don't work. This is for the person who wants the nexus between the spirits, the psychological, the scientific, and the business and the mundane. That's the portal called inner mileage. Do you understand? Thank you for confirming I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. So let me continue, Nora. Let me continue with this message. That text, 144,000, describes those who are sealed and who remain faithful through a period of profound earthly upheaval. Cat. Religious traditions have interpreted this same number in different ways, some literally, some symbolically, some metaphorically. May I use your words? I am using the 144K here as an archetype of consecrated consciousness. Speak through me. Not as a scientific measurable category or not a reason to feel spiritually superior. Not a secret club for the ego, but it does feel good when you realize that all your suffering, and I know you've been asking the question, I know, why is it so painful? Why so long? Why me? But as I'm saying, the 144,000 is not a secret club for the ego, but is the image of a human being who has been sealed in truth, Emily. And the seal is placed upon your forehead. That's the third eye, the pineal gland. Metaphorically, the forehead or the Ajna chakra. It represents the mind, perception, recognition, allegiance, consciousness. And the 144K seal means my mind no longer belongs to the family system that enslaved me. My mind no longer belongs to the family system that enslaved me. My mind no longer belongs to that relationship that enslaved my mind. My mind no longer belongs to that relationship that enslaved my mind. My mind no longer belongs in that marriage that enslaved my mind. My mind no longer belongs to that enslavement I experienced in my marriage. So this is what you must understand. Your sensitivity alone does not make you awakened. Your compassion alone does not make you free. Your ability to feel other people's energy does not make you sovereign. You become sovereign when you can feel another person's energy without allowing that energy to reorganize your identity. You become sealed when the narcissist can accuse you without defining you. You become sealed when they can misunderstand you without making you abandon yourself. Why would you abandon yourself? Come on. You become sealed when their anger no longer functions as your command. You become sealed when their chaos no longer becomes your emergency. The 144K seal is not merely protection from something outside you. It is mastery over what you permit to reproduce inside you. Let me say that again. The 144,000 seal is not merely protection from something outside you. It is protection and mastery of what you allow to reproduce inside you. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? I want to know. Am I talking to you? Who am I talking to? Before I start telling you about what a thought is. If I'm talking to you, type transform. I want to know. I want to know I'm talking to you. Where are you? Am I talking to you? This is a dense message, so I want to know I'm connecting with you. This is marble, slow. Come on. Hey. Come on. You see? Let me continue. And now I'm going to start by discussing what a thought is. So most people believe a thought is simply a sentence inside your head. But a thought is more complex. This is how you think. I'm giving you how you think. So you master your thoughts. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone, he said. A thought may appear as an internal sentence. A thought may appear as a remembered voice. A thought may appear as an image from where thoughts come from. A thought may appear as a prediction, a bodily expectation, a fantasy, a future conversation, a judgment, a memory fragment. So the point we're making is thought is not one single process. The mind generates multiple classes of cognition. Are you with me? I'm going to give you some examples. You may be a deliberate thinker. These are the thoughts you intentionally produce, such as, what should I do next? How will I structure my exit? That is you. Then there are spontaneous thoughts. These thoughts arise deep from your super and subconscious without conscious invitation, like you're driving or showering or meditating, and suddenly a memory or an image appears and disappears. That's a spontaneous thought. Then there are predictive thoughts, because that's how the mind becomes a prediction machine. Outwitting the devil, that's power. A predictive thought is the brain, where the brain is constantly anticipating what may happen next. Hypervigilance. So after narcissistic abuse, your predictive mind or the hypervigilant mind may assume silence is punishment. Disagreement means abandonment. Or calmness means something bad is about to happen. Then there are what are called intrusive thoughts. These are unwanted mental events that feel disturbing. They feel frightening. They feel aggressive. They feel sexual. They feel blasphemous or completely inconsistent with your values. The presence of an intrusive thought does not define your morality. Are you with me? If you're with me, just type transform so I know we are swimming in the same direction. We're not swimming against the stream. Are we together? Family, let me know. Then there are ruminative thoughts. Ruminative thoughts. These are thoughts that repeatedly cycle around the same unresolved material. If you've ever been a victim of narcissistic abuse and this has happened to you, just raise your hand. Where are you? Or type transform. Where are you? Ruminative thoughts, that's the loop, that's the spell. And then those spells are also based on, Candace, those are also based on, Jody, conditioned thoughts. Tracy, conditioned thoughts. Copano, conditioned thought. Brittany, conditioned thoughts are conclusions learned, Julia, through repetition, Leon. For example, I must keep everybody happy. Love must be earned. Boundaries are cruel. No. And then there are intuitive thoughts. You see, now we get into the more progressively better thoughts. Intuitive thoughts. These may also arise rapidly without conscious step-by-step reasoning. It happens to me all the time. But your intuition must be discerned carefully. Then there are also, Leon, moral thoughts, right? Moral thoughts. And these thoughts involve questions around right action or wise action, as we say in the Buddhist framework, or responsibility or justice or compassion, as is said in the Dharma. But even moral thoughts can become distorted when they are used to justify self-destruction. So morality requires the continual destruction of your own hatred so you can overcome the world outside you. Now, let me tell you how many thoughts you and I have every day. You've probably heard that the average human being has every day between 60, hear me, 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. The average human being, according to neuroscience and brain science and behavioral science, has between 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Thoughts are difficult to count because they overlap, of course. So a thought may be verbal, it may be visual, it may be sensory, or it may be partially conscious. But where does one thought end and another begin? Are we on the same page? So there's a study done in Nature Communications that used transition between large-scale brain networks as a potential marker of changes in thought, meaning that the researchers estimated that a person might experience approximately 6,000 transitions during a typical day, meaning that it doesn't mean that you have 6,000 plus discrete thoughts. It's a research estimate on the transitions, but the number is not the central issue. You see, the central issue is that you may experience thousands of mental transitions while repeatedly returning to the same 10 wounded beliefs. See, this is the observer effect. You may experience thousands of mental transitions while repeatedly returning to the same 10 wounded beliefs. And where does energy go? It goes where your attention is. That's the observer effect. So if you think to yourself, I am not safe, I am not enough, I must prove myself, I will be abandoned. You know, we all have these conversations with us. I cannot trust myself. Other people's needs matter more than mine. I cannot survive alone. That is the real prison. It's not merely the quantity of thoughts, it's the narrowness of the mental pathways through which those thoughts repeatedly travel. This is what narcissistic abuse does to you. So the question is, where do thoughts come from? Who's ever wondered about where thoughts come from? It's like, where does the weather come from? Gil Scott Heron would say. So where do thoughts come from? Thoughts do not come from a single place. They arise from an ecology of causes and conditions, as is said in Theravadan Buddhism. Thoughts may emerge from current sensory information. Thoughts come from remembered experiences. I'm giving you the information now. Thoughts come from attachment conditioning. Thoughts come from language, lingua. Thoughts come from culture, cultura. Thoughts come from family beliefs. Thoughts come from your bodily sensations. That's vipassana. Thoughts come from hormonal states. Am I talking to you? Thoughts come from fear. Thoughts come from imagination. Thoughts come from nervous system prediction, and thoughts come from conscious reasoning. You've asked the most powerful question, see on TikTok. The question is it possible to master having no thoughts? Yes, it is. That's the point of vipassana meditation and going into the jhana state, which means that you become an observer of your thoughts until you get to a point where there's complete absorption between you and this empty, stateless place where there's just awareness. It's almost like being in a black hole, and the black hole being the beginning of all potential. The black hole, the black space, emptiness. But you cannot do that until you still a gladdened mind. And you cannot gladden your mind if you don't confront your suffering. And you cannot confront your suffering if you don't have the courage and desire to want to awaken. So even though you cannot stop your mind from thinking, you can get to a place of observation and thoughtlessness. Doesn't mean that the mind stops thinking. That's impossible to stop the mind from thinking. But this is what happens. Did I answer your question, C? That was a very powerful Buddhist question, even though I'm not sure if you're Buddhist or not, but a very, very powerful question. Did I answer your question, C? That's exactly it. Wow, that was a beautiful question. So many of your thoughts are not original declarations made by your deeper self. They are echoes. They are your mother's fears, your former partner's accusation, your culture's expectation, and on and on and on and on and on. And thoughts come out of this void of conditioning. That you are before thought, precog. Right? What's the movie with Tom Cruise about the future state? You know, they have the thought police. Minority Report. You remember those people who, those beings who were in that kind of neural birth canal who could predict? They were called the precogs. Those precogs could predict crime before it happened. Precognition. You are precognition. And the whole point of awakening is to return to you before thoughts, before conditioning. So your thoughts do not control every event in the external world. That will be magical inflation. Ah, see, I knew it, see. So the point is, people experience war, people experience illness, people experience discrimination, violence, loss. And my heart goes out to the cockroach protesters out in India, right? Betrayal and abuse for reasons far more complex than your private thinking. You did not attract abuse because you had a negative thought. That claim is spiritual victim blaming. But thoughts profoundly shape how you perceive, interpret, and respond and participate in reality. So, oh, Blue Amazon, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Beaucoup l'argent, merci. Thank you very much. May you be filled 1,000%. And may your cup run over. May my cup run over. May I be abundant. May you be abundant. So narcissistic abuse is not maintained only through obvious cruelty, see? It is often maintained through repetition. It is maintained through unpredictability. It is retained through contradiction. So, for example, affection followed by withdrawal, or the love bombing, then the discard. Praise, humiliation, apology, then repetition. And the nervous system begins to try to solve that contradiction. Meaning the nervous system starts to say, which version of this narcissist is real? Are they loving? Are they wounded? Are they charming? Are they remorseful? And the answer is that the pattern you're seeing is real. But you, the wounded empath, keep trying to isolate one version to make it permanent. And that's where your mental captivity begins, because your mind starts to say, if I say the right thing, the loving version of this person will return. See how we do that to ourselves? If I become calmer, they will stop raging. If I become more desirable, you know, for the man it's this, or for the woman it's that, or for the non-binary person is this and that, right? If I become more spiritual, they will stop attacking me. If I become more desirable, they will stop cheating. If I explain my trauma, they will finally understand. And you, the wounded empath, you see, you, the wounded empath, you start to try to convert another person's character disorder, not realizing that they're using you as supply. And that creates the illusion. You think you're trying to fix them, rather than admitting you cannot control anyone but yourself. And the narcissist's power is amplified every time you believe their conduct can permanently be repaired through self-modification. So let me tell you why your thoughts keep you trapped in hell because of the narcissist, until you start to become the observer of your thoughts. A nervous system exposed to chronic unpredictability can become organized around threat detection. So your body begins to anticipate danger before danger is consciously identified. So this is why a text message can feel like an attack, or a facial expression can feel like a final verdict, or peace can seem suspicious, right? All these things is how you know that your nervous system has entered hell, because your mind is not simply thinking about the past. Your entire organism may be predicting the return of the past, right? So this is how the nervous system enters hell, because you're responding to another person's vibration, frequency, energy, discomfort through your nervous system intercepting that. And this is how your body tightens, and you're breathing hard, and then you want to please them, and then it becomes a feedback loop. And the thoughts that keep you trapped in hell, whether you've escaped or you're trying to escape, include thinking that you need closure from them. because they acted this way because they were wounded. And they will change once they understand what they did to you. Or that leaving means that you failed because you got divorced or you left a job. And that you still need to prove that you're a good person. And the fact that they're angry with your boundary means you're cruel, that your boundary is cruel. And that even though you may miss them sometimes, it doesn't mean you should keep your boundary, it means you should return. Or you're grieving means that you made the wrong decision. Or if you forgive them, it means you must give them access back to you again. Do you see how those thoughts keep you trapped in hell? Do you see how those thoughts keep you trapped in hell? Do you see how those thoughts keep you trapped in hell? Am I talking to you? Now, I want to tell you how hateful thoughts keep you trapped in hell too. But before, I want to know I'm talking to you. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? You see, empaths often believe that hating the narcissist is the opposite of loving the narcissist. But psychologically, hating the narcissist is a form of attachment. Because love says, I don't need you to complete me. But hatred says, I need you to remain inside my consciousness so I can continue prosecuting you. You understand what I'm saying? Am I talking to you? This is the importance of forgiveness. Because desiring the narcissist or hating them means you wake up every morning conducting an internal trial. You reconstruct the evidence. You imagine the speech you would give when everybody discovers the truth. You monitor their social media. Why would you do that? You wait for their downfall. Why? You fantasize about karma punishing them. Okay, it may happen, but why? You rehearse revenge. Why? You explain yourself to people who've already chosen not to understand. Why? And while you believe you're punishing the narcissist image is being repeatedly embedded in your consciousness. You see how you keep yourself stuck in hell? This is how you keep yourself stuck in hell. That what you repeatedly think becomes the mind's direction. This is said clearly in the Buddhist framework in a sutta called the Deva Vitakka Sutta. It's about sensual fixation, the fixation on ill will and harmfulness, rather than fixating on goodwill and compassion and harmlessness. That whatever you repeatedly think, you strengthen. Whatever you repeatedly think about, you strengthen. You are the master. You are the mistress. If you repeatedly think, I am powerless, your mind becomes inclined towards powerlessness. If you repeatedly think, I hate them, your mind orients towards hatred, which is self-hatred. If you repeatedly think, I cannot tolerate their disapproval, your mind is always inclined towards appeasement. Nora, I'm going to come to you in about a minute or two. Nora on Instagram. You see, when you think, I do not need the agreement to show what happened, you create another pathway. So it's important to realize the origin and the cessation of thought. You see, Buddhism does not treat thought as an isolated object that comes from nowhere. Mental events arise because certain conditions are present. When you make contact, it creates a feeling. And in that feeling, you now have perception. Then the mind constructs meaning. Then you crave or you avert. And you crave what you want more of. I want them to hug me more. You avert. I don't want to feel pain. The teaching of this is related in something called dependent origination, which explains suffering as a conditioned process. When the sustaining conditions for suffering are removed, which is hatred, then you're free. This is essential for you, empath. A thought is not an independent dictator. Your thought requires fuel. So maybe if you think, maybe I should contact them, that is fueled by feeling lonely. If you think maybe they've changed, that is fueled by grief. Yes, special, dependent origination. Learn everything about it. If you think I need to defend myself, your thought is fueled by shame. So that's what you need to go into. If your thought is, I must know what they are doing, your fuel is the loss of control. You do not become free merely by fighting the sentence. You become free by understanding what feeds the sentence, what feeds your conditioning, what feeds your suffering. You understand? So Nora, I'm going to invite you on live. Come on, Nora. Come on, Nora. Let's hear what you have to say about thoughts and freedom. This is the whole point. You see? This is the whole point. Hi, Nora.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm loving this conversation. So there's so much here.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So tell us about thoughts and overcoming yourself and overcoming these narcissists from your experience.
Yeah, I mean, I guess almost 30 years ago, I met a narcissist during my junior year in college, and can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Keep going.
Okay, sorry. All right. And so 14 years later, instead of leaving him, which would be the better decision for me, I had a baby with him. And I finally realized what was going on. My baby was about 4 months old at that point, and I said, I can't raise a child with this man, this broken human being. And I remembered something my sister had told me, which was very wise. She said, it doesn't have to be this hard. And it just kind of stuck with me. And I left. Finally, I escaped, really. When he had a business trip, I found a way to pack everything up and go stay with my sister for a week, and then get everything in order, and had an apartment and all of that. So I've moved from that 30 years ago when I met him to now, where I have a 15-year-old who I am totally committed to raising and teaching what kindness and taking care of yourself looks like, and that it's okay to take care of yourself, and that you are your best teacher. So that's kind of where I am. I've done a lot of work, and I've worked with Nana, who was really, I recommend to anybody who's at that point where you've seen enough, and you need that next step. But he has such great insights, which were really helpful to me. And just, that's where I am. So
very powerful, Nora. And I'm inspired by you too and your knowledge of herbs. And everybody check out Nora, Hazelgrave herbalist. But I wanted to people who are still struggling, trying to escape, or who haven't, and you know what this is. What do you say to them based on your own lived experience? It doesn't matter which country they may be based in, where they are, what socioeconomics. What do you say to somebody with their thoughts? How did you do it?
Yeah, so I had to go from chaos and find my way into coherence, because that's where they hold you. Chaos is what they prey on, and they hold you there, and they hold your attention and your energy, and it is a false place. It's a hell to be in, and it doesn't have to be like that. You can move into coherence, but you have to get out to be able to see what is out there. It is, you have to get quiet. I worked for years. I just went to yoga, meditation. I sweated out. I went to those hot classes, and I got quiet. And once you finally get quiet, it takes a while because I had this chaotic tape recording in my head for so long of what he was telling me.
Yeah.
I couldn't get rid of it. I felt like I would never get rid of it. But it quietly, after years of continuing to find silence in your life, you start to develop your own narrative. If you surround yourself with people that uplift you, if you surround yourself with peace, with things like gardening, with art, with things that uplift you and remind you of your connection to the whole, that's what coherence feels like, that connection, that continuity. And then those thoughts slowly move out of your mind, not completely, but we're human,
And a final question for you, Nora. How did your own experiences lead you to the discovery that you actually, even though you were a corporate person, you have a passion for herbs and healing? How did that come about through your pain?
Yeah, I just I kept moving towards things that felt healing.
Mm.
And so I just really relied on my intuition for that. I had this kind of unwavering pull, undeniable pull towards the earth and towards the soil and towards the medicine that I ultimately, learned provides. And it's all around us. And so just, just go whatever it is that draws you towards it.
Are you there, Nora? Are you there? I think we lost you, Nora. Are you there, Nora? Okay, I think we lost Nora, but you got the gist of what Nora was saying, right? That it is through reprogramming their own thoughts that brought them to connection to the earth. And this discovery that there was an herbalist within them. And this is how renewing your mind, as the saying goes, that the Christians would say, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And so this is exactly what Nora was talking about, right? By renewing her mind, she's now on the path to peace, and the peace that's rooted within, based on the living water within. Based on the living water within you. And if you want to connect to your own living water, sign up for my Escaping Narcissistic Abuse course, which is going to be through Lionsgate weekend. Sign up today. It's going to be 3 days, August 7th to August 9th. And I'm playing this song, Living Water, from Victoria Noel, on behalf of my beautiful daughter, the Shiloh Ranking. This is one of her favorite songs. Living Water. You see, when you renew your mind, woo! Come on. I hear in the spirit. The haters, my angels, that living water. Come on. Hey, you are protected. All good, Nora. I just said that you are finding your path and you're connected because you are healing, forgiving, and you are an example as an herbalist. What is possible for all empaths, wherever they may be, Nora? This is Victoria Noel, Living Water. I'm invoking my beautiful daughter spirit, Shiloh. Come on. Come on. Love yourself. Forgive. Renew your mind. Anytime there's a negative thought, replace it immediately. This is a math equation. It's about mathematics, repetition. And that's how alchemy works. It's about repetition. That's how you become the inner alchemist. No one's come to change your reality. Come on, why could they? Because you are the creator. You don't need anyone to change your reality. You just need a spark, a guide, inspiration, an example. It's right here, the new earth. Connect to the heaven within by forgiving. When you know how much forgiveness you have received because you are balancing the equation of love within you. There's nothing outside you. It's all within. It's all within. It's all mathematics. It's all physics. Everything in Buddhism is mathematics, especially the Theravada, the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path, the 7 Factors of Awakening, the 8 vicissitudes. Come on, the 4 efforts. On and on and on. It's all math. That's what Islam is about. Sacred geometry. So if you want to know the secret, it's simply 1011001. That's all it is. Whatever that variation is, ones and O's. So negative thought, positive thought. Negative thought, positive thought. 1,000 negative thoughts, 2,000 positive thoughts. You see the equation? It's just math. It's just math. It's just mathematics, people. You understand? So sign up for Inner Mileage, Escaping Narcissistic Abuse Masterclass to connect to the living water within the I, in the I and I. Connect to the I within the I, the inner I, in your energy. And become the energy that you are, the spiritual energy, because your energy is your energy, your inner eye and your inner ear. Awaken you to the inner earth within you, which creates the earth right here. And so you may be in Sodom and Gomorrah, but none shall come nigh thee. You understand this? The song is Living Water by Victoria Noel. What? This is what it's about. Yes, the tribes are awakening. You said a woman at the well. May I have some water, woman at the well? May I have some water, the woman at the well? May I have some water, the woman at the well 7? The woman at the well 7, I am asking for my water, give it now. The woman at the well 7, where is my water? I am asking for my water. Do you understand? Your inner chi. Oh, Paula, you took it to the next level. The inner G, the inner chi, the inner I, the inner I and I and I. That's the mathematics. That's it. That is it. That is it. That is it. You see? So whatever this means to you, you connect to that spontaneous energy within. That spontaneous energy within. And it doesn't matter if you still have some bad habits. I have 1 or 2. Every day you do more good than bad. You think more good than bad. That's how you balance the equation day by day. That's how you come to wholesomeness or skillfulness. Because what you do is either skillful, unskillful, or neutral. But to get to the energy, your bodhisattva nature, your to become a Sotapanna, as my teacher Tweri Sala would say, you must embrace the understanding that suffering is the gateway, Jody. I inspire because my teacher inspires me. My teacher, my preceptor, and the great Tathagata, and all the demons who came my way, they taught me too, and I love them for that. Yeah, all of them. I love you. No irony, you understand? I love you and I wish you the best as I wish for myself. You understand? Anyone I may have hurt, forgive me too. You understand? This is what it is. That's the meta practice. You get me? May I always be abundant. May I always be happy. May you always be abundant. May you always be happy. May I always be wealthy. May I always be abundant. May you be wealthy. May you be abundant. May I always be healed. May I always be flowing. May you always be healed. May you always be flowing. Come on. May I always be joyful. May I always be happy. May you always be joyful. May you always be happy. Am I talking to you? I'm the brother from the night, here for the word that leads to the empath survival, channeling my inner Lawrence Tate from, what's that movie with Neil Long? Love Jones. Is it okay? Is it all right? Am I giving you the message? I'm the brother from Kemet, from the dark, bringing you the message from the divine to bring you to your light, Wendy. Love you too. You understand? This is what it is. So forgive. Let go. But forgiving doesn't mean you forget. I understand. Forgiving means you earn wisdom and you use the wisdom earned. You understand? Because even the Dharma tells you to avoid foolish people. So that's what it is. You understand? So know what it is and know what it is. And you have to know that we not play. As Buju Banton said, we not play. Come on. We not play, Buju Banton. Yes, love ISIS. One love. Blessed love. Blessed love. Blessed love. Yes, woman at the well. We no play. We not play. This is Buju Banton. We not play. Meaning we're not playing. We not play. I am drinking from the well. Yeah. You get me? Yeah. Come on. Woo! We don't play, we don't play. We don't play, we don't. Come on, we don't play. Steady. Come on. What? What? Come on. Come on. Yes, Nana Gyesie. Me. We don't play. Come on. Straight. Woo. Come on. We don't play. One love, Buju Banton. What? This is inner mileage. If you want to enter this portal, be ready to be changed. Come on in. Sign up for my class. Book a free session. Inner mileage. We not play. We not play. You understand? Thank you so much, yeah? One love. One love. Yes, Paula. You're a true survivor, you understand? One love, inner mileage. One love. One love. Before you go, just sign up. Where are you signing up from? Which city? Which country? Just sign up with love. One love. Let me know where you're signing up from. Which city? Which country? Which state? Let me know. Where are you signing in from? Come on. More Buju. This is FAF for Buju. Translate that F around and find out. Come on. Where are you signing up from? How do you fight the spirit of rejection? Accept yourself. Once you accept yourself, no one can reject you. You understand? You understand me? Sydney, Romania, Gothenburg, North Kakalaka, Seattle, Romania, Indiana, Manassas, hey Mike, Bloomsburg, yeah, Mike Wapman, your senior. We not play, or they fuck around to find out. Bougie said, one love, California, one Indonesia, Apakaba, Indonesia, Apakaba, Salam alaikum. Come on. Yep. What? Texas. Bali, Wapin. California, hey. Thank you so much. Accept yourself. You understand? Accept yourself. What's up, Scylla? Accept yourself. Love yourself. You understand? So when you love yourself, everybody will F around to find out, like Buji's telling you. Come on. One love, huh? See you next week. And sign up for my course, Escaping Narcissistic Abuse, Amsterdam. What up, Amsterdam? Come on. One love, yeah? Arkansas, what it is? Massachusetts, happening. Yeah, one love, yeah? Thank you so much. One love. Buonasera. Love. It is love.